Thank you for joining us. I'm Clara Benitez Cortez. Here's what we are working on for you. A 15-hour city council meeting ends with a delayed vote on the desalination project. The votes from our city leaders and reactions from residents. Recent rain is bringing out more mosquitoes across South Texas. We will show you where they are breeding and how a new study says they might be outsmarting your bug spray. Chris 6 News starts now. After a 15-hour meeting that ended around 2:30 this morning, the Corpus Christi City Council was unable to reach a decision on the Inner Harbor desalination project. Council members debated an ordinance that would have awarded a $78.6 million design and build contract for the desal plant. After 5 hours of public comment, the City Council voted to table the vote until September 1st. Mayor Paula Guajardo was one of the no votes. She pleaded with Council to reconsider tabling the item, but she didn't have the votes.
This magnitude of a project takes that long. It's over 10 years. People before me worked on it. It's frustrating to continue to not take the vote and just move it forward.
The City Council did take action on a couple of important issues related to our water crisis. They approved a resolution that gives the city manager the authority to initiate surcharges during a level 1 water emergency. They also approved an ordinance that will set monthly water allocations for city water customers if we go into a level 1 water emergency. That ordinance will be revisited in less than 60 days to address water allocation concerns raised by apartment owners and wholesale water customers.
I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Jacob Daniels, and I'm talking to my community about City Council's decision Tuesday night to delay things even longer. City Council spent hours debating the Inner Harbor desalination plant, but leaders put off a final vote once again. And I spoke with people living in the area that say they worry about ongoing drought issues, and they want the city to take action now to secure a backup water supply.
We need to get on the ball, get it done, and make sure we have a backup for our water supply. To keep the industry going into the city, to keep it where the economy is good in the city.
The decision on the desalination plant remains on hold for now. Neighbors say protecting the water supply is essential for the entire community to move forward.
Jacob, thank you. The city is hosting its third community water information session tonight. It starts at 6 o'clock in District 5. The meeting is at the Del Mar College Oso Creek campus. You can find it in Tres Grace Room in the second floor. The city manager and Corpus Christi water staff will be there. They will give you updates on the city's water supply efforts. Leaders will also be available to answer your questions. And the city of Corpus Christi is preparing for hurricane season. Emergency leaders are hosting an evacuation training exercise this Friday. The drill starts at 2 p.m. at the Corpus Christi gym. They are teaming up with the Texas Division of Emergency Management. The exercise will focus on simulated disaster scenarios. Officials need your help to make it happen. The public is invited to volunteer as evacuees. You can even bring your pets. Animals must be on a leash or in a crate. And just a reminder, you'll find everything you need to know about the hurricane season in our special Plan, Prepare, Survive. Just scan the QR code on the screen with your smartphone. It will take you to the hurricane special on our YouTube page. And the recent rain gave us a nice break from the heat, but it also brought out a familiar pest. We're talking about those mosquitoes. Those showers created the perfect conditions for those insects. The problem starts with standing water. Even small amounts in puddles can become breeding spots. Clogged gutters and plant trays are also problem areas. Warm South Texas temperatures help those eggs develop quickly. They can turn into biting adults in just a few days. And mosquitoes are not just a nuisance, they also spread potentially deadly diseases in Texas. These diseases include West Nile virus and dengue fever. Both cause flu-like symptoms and can be fatal. Eastern equine encephalitis causes brain swelling, which can lead to death. Malaria is another life-threatening disease spread by mosquitoes. And then there's Zika. Zika is not life-threatening to adults, but pregnant mothers can pass the virus to their unborn child. This can cause birth defects and developmental delays. A new study shows mosquitoes might be outsmarting us. Researchers found that insects can learn to associate the smell of DEET with food. If a mosquito bites you when your bug spray is wearing off, it remembers that scent. That means the repellent could actually attract them later. But experts say you should not throw away your DEET just yet. It is still one of the best ways to prevent bites. You just need to reapply it regularly to keep the protection strong. So be sure to keep that bug spray handy. Any leftover standing water will keep those mosquito activity very high. Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Lauber is tracking the rain chances for us and if we will see any conditions that are
going to help the
mosquito-friendly population.
You know, it's a challenge. I run in the door, run out the house. It's a fast transition because they are hungry. And we're still seeing rain right now. We're going to be battling the mosquito mania for a while. Take a look at the radar. We got some clouds out there. So this is the visual to what I'm about to show you on the radar. This is the view from our camera on top of the roof here in Uptown Corpus Christi. So those ominous SLC, scary looking clouds over Corpus Christi Bay, making for a dramatic view, but no rain here on this side of the bay. Still, when you hear thunder, you're close enough to be struck by lightning. And we've had these thunderstorms kind of dancing around the coastal bend all day. They've moved in now, and it's helped to tame the temperatures a little bit today. But again, it's damp out there, and we still have showers in the area. So please try not to be outside. If you can hear thunder, you definitely want to go indoors. But the mosquitoes are very hungry out there too, and these are just the kinds of conditions that will help them out. But where this rain is sitting right now is helping our water situation. Our friends in Bee County and Live Oak County are getting a good drink of rainfall. This does include Lake Corpus Christi and up by Choke Canyon. They're not seeing the heaviest rainfall right now, but continuous patterns of rainfall are really the progress here. And we've seen those lake levels really rebounding quite nicely. We've got a lot more work to do. We've got more rainfall in the 7-day forecast. I'll break down what you can expect in your neighborhood ahead.
There are new developments in the war with Iran. The ceasefire is being tested by the biggest exchange of strikes in weeks. Overnight attacks are casting doubt over diplomacy. It is unclear if peace talks are still happening. Brian Abel has the latest from Washington.
Iran overnight Tuesday firing missiles and drones at U.S. targets in Kuwait and Bahrain. U.S. Central Command says none of those strikes were successful at hitting intended targets, but Kuwait's airport taking a hit.
The destruction has been quite significant. So what this shows is that the air defenses, air and missile defenses in the Persian Gulf region are not what they should be.
The U.S., meanwhile, launching what it calls self-defense strikes at military installations on Iran's Qasem Island. Earlier Tuesday, the United States targeting a Botswana-flagged oil tanker with a Hellfire missile, disabling it near an Iranian port after what the U.S. military says were repeatedly ignored warnings to not break the port blockade. The exchanges testing the ceasefire at a moment when it's unclear where peace talks stand. President Donald Trump saying this in a Wednesday podcast interview.
They've already agreed they're not going to have a nuclear weapon.
Have they?
Oh, yeah, they've agreed to that.
But just a day earlier, Secretary of State Marco Rubio suggesting to senators that Iran hasn't made that commitment.
These are highly technical matters, so I don't think you could work those out in 5 days. That would require a team of experts to meet over a 30, 60, 90-day period and work out the details. But they have to commit to their willingness to do that.
In that podcast interview, President Trump saying he now has to make a determination to sign a deal or, quote, do it the other way. In Washington, Brian Abel reporting.
There is growing pushback against new AI data centers. People are concerned about the massive amount of water needed to cool them. Now, Google is releasing new guidelines for water consumption. The company plans to return more water to local watersheds than it uses by 2030. It will also avoid water-intensive cooling in dry regions. Google wants to use reclaimed wastewater for cooling instead. It also compromises to disclose its water use every year. Google hopes other tech giants will adopt these same practices. And we have told you before about a massive AI data center coming to Nueces County. Hut 8 signed a nearly $10 billion lease for campus just outside of Robstown. With all this talk about water use, you might be wondering how it will impact our supply. Now, the company promises it will not drain local resources. The facility will use a closed-loop cooling system. It recirculates water sourced from outside the county. Our Brian Hoffman sat down with a representative from Hut 8. He will break down what exactly the company is proposing and how this project will impact the community. We'll bring his full interview coming up at 6. Now, the Texas Association of Black Personnel in Higher Education, also known as TAFE, has announced plans for the 2026 Coastal Bend Juneteenth Festival. The theme for this year's 3-day celebration is Waves of Liberation. The Juneteenth Festival runs from June 19th through the 21st. It will also be held at Water's Edge Park and will feature live music, food trucks, Black-owned vendors, and health and educational exhibits. A local nonprofit in Alice says illegal dumping is becoming a growing problem. Coming up, we will explain why volunteers are asking the community for help.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
I'm Melissa Trevino in Alice. Volunteers at the Alice Volunteer Services say they're dealing with a frustrating and costly issue. They are seeing an increase in illegal dumping. I spoke with organizers about the impact it's having and what they hope residents will do differently. For many families in Jim Wells County, Alice Volunteer Services is a lifeline, helping provide food and other basic needs. But organizers say illegal dumping is putting an unnecessary strain on their resources. Volunteer Donald Anderson says this isn't a one-time issue. Recently, Anderson found a broken water pipe, costing money to repair.
We can't be doing things like that. We need the money to help people, not repair broken pipes.
Organizers say it costs about $90,000 a year to buy food for the community. And when money has to go towards cleaning up or fixing damages caused by illegal dumping, that's money taken away from families who need help.
And help is coming from the sky. We're getting some good rainfall here across the coastal bend, right over our reservoirs. How long will this last, and when can we put those raincoats away? I've got a look at the forecast next. Hey there, sometimes you got to bring your own sunshine to the mix because it's been a cloudy day with lots of rainfall. We're not complaining. We need the rain. We could do without the mosquitoes. We could do without the lightning. But right now we've got an alert coming from rainfall in Live Oak and Bee counties. You see this red box here right around Beeville. That's a flash flood warning because as you see from the bright yellows, oranges, and reds, we've got some heavy rainfall in this area, and the rain's been coming down for a while here. So this is a flash flood warning for Beeville. It does include Blueberry Hill. It's going to go until 6:15 this evening. So flash flooding is exactly what it sounds like. It's flooding that happens in a flash. So because we've had intense rainfall in this area, we could expect some streets to have flooding. If you do come across some water over the road, when in doubt, turn around, right? Turn around, don't drown. Don't get your car messed up either. Just avoid those roadways if you can. Stay home. You don't want to be driving in this rain anyways, right? So if you got the choice, let's just stay put. We're going to continue to see this rainfall moving across Live Oak and Bee counties. And when I say moving, kind of just bubbling up around the same places because as you notice, one set of storms moving one way, another set of storms moving right toward it, and we're getting that kind of collision where thunderstorms are just domino affecting. They're hanging out in the same places where little individual storms meet and collide. Now that means here along the coast, we really haven't seen a lot going on. A little shower developing over the south side. I don't think there's much lightning for the coastal storms right now, which really no one's made of sugar. The lightning is the concern, and of course, heavy rainfall does make for problems. So please be careful if you're going to be out and about and making that ride home or anywhere at this time. Another benefit to the rainfall is it does help to cool the air around us. So right now we're looking at a temperature of 70 degrees in Beeville, where in George West we're still getting a reading of 82 degrees. That feels like 86 once you factor in that humidity. At CCIA, 81 degrees feels like 87. Along the coast, we're hanging out in those lower 80s that feel like the upper 80s. And make no mistake, in our southern neighborhoods where we've seen less rain as of late, 86 in Falfurrias feels 10 degrees hotter. Feels like 96 right now. So let's check in with the Chris 6 Neighborhood Weather Network and get a gauge of how today's rainfall has been shaken up, because these are scattered showers and storms. They don't sit over the same places. So towns that are not too far away from one another may get a lot more rainfall than the other, and that has been the case. Just seeing 0.05 of an inch off County Road 364 on the southern end of Lake Corpus Christi there. Look at the difference from County Road 803, 0.84 of an inch, and a speckling of showers in other areas around Lake Corpus Christi. I do expect those numbers to pick up because we've got rain in the area right now. Near Beeville, off Hilltop Road, 0.55 of an inch, so more than a half inch just in today alone. 0.34 of an inch off Kelly Road in Refugio County, and the overall weather pattern is such that we're going to continue to see the showers and storms dancing here as we head closer to sunset. We should get a little bit of a break, but I think these storms will be back as we head into the overnight. Well, As far as the timeline goes, there is an overall decrease, but that's not what you're seeing here. We're going to have showers and storms possible as we go into the overnight and the morning period. Here's that break I was talking about between about 8 and 11 p.m. As we go to sleep tonight, that rainfall become more likely, and so I expect more wet roadways for your Thursday morning commute. And I think the peak of this really is going to be during the afternoon. Take a look at how the overnight turns into the morning. Not showing much shower activity on this model, but I would expect wet roadways. And then here we go, mid-morning through lunchtime, once again is going to be the height of the rainfall activity, and we can expect those heavy downpours at times. This is really beneficial if you get caught under one of these showers and storms, because you get a good drink of rain in that short, brief shower period. But again, we're seeing a flash flood warning in the Beeville area. That's not ideal. And for those of us who miss out on the rainfall, you do feel a little cheated. But we'll talk about your 7-day forecast coming up in just a few.
Tomorrow is a big day for the Diocese of Corpus Christi and South Texas Catholics. After nearly a year of renovations, Corpus Christi Cathedral is ready to welcome back the faithful. Nina Martinez from our sister station, Caja del Mundo, got a tour of the renovated cathedral earlier today.
So we are walking into a newly restored and renovated cathedral.
New spaces, restored details, and a renewed image now welcome visitors to the Corpus Christi Cathedral.
So that meant new paint, new flooring.
From new flooring, fresh paint, and improved lighting and acoustics to a new chapel of Our Lady of Guadalupe. It is all part of a transformation aimed at enriching the spiritual experience of the parishioners.
The Corpus Christi Cathedral is the centerpiece of the entirety of the diocese, and so to see it beautified and dignified in this way, both inside and out, is going to be very important.
But something that will truly impress the parishioners is the sanctuary.
For me, and I think for many, that this beautiful apse area, the gold, the crucifix, and especially the altar area, I'm hoping that draws everybody's attention to what's most important in this sacred space.
The project was completed in approximately 1 year, thanks to the efforts of many.
Because of the great effort of so many, both within the diocese, there's plenty of help from deacons that work inside the diocese, outside the diocese, community help, individuals, companies, fundraising efforts. All of that being a community effort led to what I think was just a rapid and transformative undertaking here.
You will be able to witness the renovations for yourself this Thursday during the celebration of the Feast of Corpus Christi, beginning at 5 p.m.
A new list ranks the top 10 beaches in Texas. Coming up, we will show you which local coastal gems made the cut.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
Well, Ford is issuing a rare do not drive warning for 2 of its models. The recall covers 4,600 vehicles. It impacts certain Ford Bronco Sports and Ford Mavericks. The affected model years range from 2021 to 2026. A part connected to the front wheels may have been installed incorrectly. Dealerships will repair the vehicles for free. Owners will get notice letters by June 5th. It is unclear how owners should get their cars to the dealership under this warning. Dermatologists are renewing a warning about your skin. They say there is no such thing as a safe tan. Skin cancer is the most common cancer in the country. Doctors say any tan is a sign of DNA damage. Indoor tanning can even be more dangerous. Those UV rays can be 15 times stronger than the sun. Doctors recommend using self-tanner as a safe alternative. They also say to wear sunscreen with an SPF of 30 or higher. And USA Today has a new list of the 10 best beaches in Texas. Our local area dominates the new rankings. Rockport Beach takes the number 2 spot. Padre Island National Seashore claims 2 spots on the list. Malachite Beach ranks 3rd. South Beach comes in 7th. Mustang Island State Park secures number 4. And Whitecap Beach rounds out at the top 5. Visitors say they love having these highly rated spots so close to home.
Being a Texan, a native Texan, I'm proud. I love that it's just a few hours away from my home. I can come out and enjoy it, relax.
Abby McGee Beach in Port Aransas also made the cut. It secured the number 10 spot on the list. I was able to go to the beach this weekend, and there was a lot of seaweed, but I think it's just that time of the year. But besides that, it was beautiful.
Yeah, the sargassum's one thing. You said you didn't find the mosquitoes. I've been on the beach where those mosquitoes are muscling through the wind.
Oh.
And something a lot of folks probably don't know, even on cloudy days, the UV doesn't get blocked just because the sunshine is blocked. The UV rays can still go through and give you sunburn.
Yeah.
So got to wear the SPF 30 or better.
Always wear your SPF. Always, always, always.
But on days like today when it's raining, I don't think many of us are spending too much time outdoors anyways. We'll have some breaks in the rain for the weekend plans. Again, we're watching a combination of two opposing weather factors here. We've got low pressure that's going to be near us this weekend, and Saharan dust trying to make its way here too. So I think that might help us still get some plans on the go for this weekend despite having rain chances around, of course. We still need plenty of water, so we're not going to complain. But yeah, during these dry spells, like you were telling us earlier, Claudia, take advantage of the opportunity to dump out any standing water so we don't help those pesky pests.
Oh my goodness, those mosquitoes. Everybody, thank you so much for watching Chris 6 News. We will see you here tonight at 6.
Bye.